Hello, my name is Rachel, and I'm going to do a wrap up from my biannual Bibliothon reading. So, originally I planned to vlog this week, and I actually did record some footage, but it was just, I kept forgetting to record, and I wasn't reading much, so I kind of got disheartened, and then I recorded less, so I'm just going to do a wrap up. I didn't really do too well on the challenges, but let me tell you why. So first of all, I have this book to finish. It's called My So-Called Superpowers by Heather Newfer. I started with this one because I had a little bit left. I read 145 pages of this once the readathon started, and this was okay. I think my students will like this a lot. It's a middle grade book, but you know, it was just okay for me. It was pretty cute though. There were some really cute illustrations, and I love that the main character is a person of color, and it's not like a super huge part of the book. It's just she is who she is. Do you know what I mean? So I really like this one. I read 145 pages of this one. And then next I picked up Dead Girls by Alice Bolin. The reason I picked this one up is because this was the last book that I had bought, and I was very excited to get to it. So I read this one during the readathon. This was 273 pages. I gave this one, I think, a 3 out of 5 stars. The selling point for me was the initial essay, and I felt like that was probably the strongest one in the collection for me. But I did enjoy reading it, and again, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And then lastly, the reason I kind of sidetracked from my TBR was because Patrick Rothfuss was going to be in Cincinnati last night. So I decided to kind of put my TBR aside for the week and try to read Name of the Wind, which is super daunting. It is a humongous book. It's got so many pages. It's really a pretty involved fantasy novel, and I don't really do too many like super intense fantasy novels. So this was very daunting for me, and I decided, you know what, I want to read it before I meet him. And although I did not get it finished, I am halfway through, and I'm super proud of myself because, like I said, I wanted to read it because I'd heard so many people say so many good things about this book, and since he was going to be there, I just wanted to read it, but I was so intimidated by this book. I'm really proud of myself for picking it up. However, I am a little bummed that I didn't get more read this week. Like I said, this was kind of, it's kind of dense reading for me. It's not something I can just pick up and fly through because I'm thinking about what's happening, and sometimes I have to go back and refer to things since it is a fantasy world. It's not set in reality, so I have to go back and look at things, but I'm glad I got a big chunk of this read before I went and met him and got my book signed. And I will definitely be finishing up with this one. As of right now, I'm thinking I'm going to read the other books in the series, but maybe just not immediately because these are kind of chunky. So I did get to half of this. Like I said, I am literally at the halfway mark, maybe a little bit more. This was 335 pages. So overall, with half of Name of the Wind, Dead Girls, and a little bit of this that I read the first day, I did pretty good. I ended up reading about 750 pages this week, so I'm pretty excited with that. I don't feel like I read a ton, so I'm actually kind of happy with that number. I read more than what I thought I did, so I'm pretty pumped, and I'm glad I participated. And now on to the next one. So literally it's Friday night about 11 o'clock. It's wrapping up the biannual bibliothon. Next up is the 24 and 48 hour challenge. So I'm going to be starting that one next, and I am actually going to try to vlog this one, so stay tuned for that video pretty soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.